So when I was coming up in the business, my mentor had this saying that he used to tell me all the time, and he used to say, "Squeaky wheel gets the grease." And what that means is that what you call attention to is what gets the attention. And I think this directly relates to when you submit screenplays. Now, a lot of times people will submit a screenplay and they'll never follow up. So the one thing you must always do is follow up. And I don't mean just once, I mean like squeaky wheel style. Like you have to be following up until someone gets back to you. Now, of course, you should never be rude or unprofessional or, trying to be a huge pain in the ass about it, although sometimes that works, but you just don't want to rub people the wrong way. So the best way to do this is to give them some time, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, okay? Because it's going to take a lot of time for people to get to new things because they're busy. And you got to follow up and you got to remain professional, all right? And you can send them an email, you can call them, just be super polite. And sometimes this is an opportunity to actually get to know their assistant and you learn more about them and you start to create more of a rapport. But if you're not following up, a lot of times that might send a signal to the person that the project's really not worthy, that you don't really fully believe in it, you don't really have a lot of confidence in it. So that's why you're not following up. I can tell you that when I found Hacksaw Ridge, I just never let up on people. I knew it was one of the greatest stories I'd ever come across, and that if people would just take the time to pay attention to it, they'd want to do it. So I would continuously follow up and make sure people would give me an answer one way or another. Now, a lot of times when we were sending screenplays out, when I was working at the production company, my boss wouldn't always hear back from people. So he would do this thing that I thought was really interesting because it took a lot of pressure off them and it would lead to him getting some kind of response one way or the other. And this is during the time of the fax machine, so this was some years ago. But he would take a piece of paper and he would write 2 boxes on it. And one box would be yes and the other box would be no. And then he'd fax this to the person and expecting them just say, check one box. And usually they would because that's the easiest thing to do. A lot of times they would pick up the phone and call because they appreciated the approach. So you want to be creative, you want to try different things, but never be rude or unprofessional, but always be that squeaky wheel that's continuously following up so you can get your projects read, sold, and set up. All right, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, hit me up on the website at longitudeentertainment.com or through the messenger here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Longitude Entertainment, and we'll talk to you soon.